for tonight's regional varsity matchup between the Gilbert Tigers and your Pella Lady Dutch. We ask that you make your school and your community proud by displaying positive sportsmanship at tonight's game. Please cheer on your players and coaches with positive comments and behavior and respect the decisions of the umpires. We thank you for your cooperation. Now, let's meet the starting lineups this evening, starting with our visitors from Gilbert High School. Batting first and playing center field is number 1, Zoe Jones. Batting second and playing left field, number 2, Sammy Johnson. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 4, Katie Sneezik. Batting fourth and pitching, number 32, Clara Newton. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 17, Lauren Sneezik. Batting sixth, the designated player, number 28, Cece Hart. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 11, Rain Danny. Batting eighth, playing third base, number 12, Evie Christensen. Batting ninth and catching, number 15, Olivia Lateral. And in the flex, playing right field, number 9, London Hibbing. The Tigers are coached by head coach Stacy Sneezik and assisted by Addie Johnson, Denali Lepper, and Wes Onken. And now, let's meet the lineup for your Pella Lady Dutch. Batting first and pitching, number 22, Emma Eoff. Batting second, playing center field, number 7, Avery Parks. Batting third, playing shortstop, number 15, Katie Shuffle. Batting fourth and catching, number 14, Lucy Carlson. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 11, Ella Heemstra. Batting sixth, playing second base, number 13, Abby Melvin. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 1, Riley Parks. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 6, Braylon Vinzanti. And batting ninth, playing right field, number 10, Elizabeth Thomas. The Lady Dutch are coached by Katie Banowitz and assisted by Jovan Hemer, Thea Wissy, Ryan Deshaudis, and Ava Curry. Our umpires for tonight are Lauren Mock, Jed Hammond, and Deidre Moore. And now, would everyone rise and honor our country with the playing of the national anthem?
Sub-state final softball. Winner dances in Fort Dodge next week at the state tournament. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Gilbert Tigers softball here on Tiger Broadcast. My name is Cale Sleezer. So happy to be with you folks. If you rewind the clock back to June the 10th, it was a defensive shootout between these two teams. The Lady Dutch beat Gilbert 1-0 in Gilbert thanks to a solo home run and a complete game shutout from the girl on the circle tonight, Emma Eoff. The Tigers do have an advantage they did not have last time, though. According to Coach Sneezik, Zoe Jones was not in the lineup the last time these two teams faced because she was on a college visit in Mississippi, a college orientation, actually. So Jones will be in the leadoff spot tonight. For the Tigers, it's Zoe Jones in center, then Sammy Johnson bats second in left field. Katie Sneezik bats third at shortstop. Miss Do-It-All, Clara Newton pitching and batting fourth. Lauren Sneezik bats fifth and plays first. Cece Hart, the designated player, batting sixth. She'll bat for London Hibbing in right field. Batting 7th is Rain Danny at second base. Batting 8th is Evie Christensen at third, and Olivia Lateral toes the line, batting 9th, and will catch behind the dish. The baseball team lost a heartbreaker to Carlisle last night in the sub-state semifinal, got eliminated 6-4. These Dutch in the girls bracket for softball actually beat Carlisle by a score of 1-0 in the sub-state semifinal. And we are ready to go here in Pella, packed house, best seat in the house right behind home plate. And here's the first pitch. That is right down Main Street for a strike. And off we go 5 minutes early. 6:55 p.m. start time. In case any of your friends or family are waiting for the game to start, tell them it's already started. We are ready to rock and roll. 0-1. That is on the ground to shortstop. It's cleanly gloved. Throw to first is in time. 2 pitches, 1 out for Eoff and the Lady Dutch. And here comes Sammy Johnson. Gilbert comes in with the record of 18-15, 5-11 Raccoon River Conference record. They had a great upset against Grinnell back on Saturday night, a 9-3 score in that one. As bunt is shown, it goes foul off of Johnson's bat. Are they going to call that double contact and an out? They're going to call that double contact and an out. So 2 quick outs. And here comes Katie Sneezick. The Lady Dutch come in with the record of 21-12, 8-9 Little Hawkeye Conference record. And Eoff in the circle is much like their Clara Newton. Does a little bit of everything, as that's a called strike. We'll pull up Eoff's pitching numbers. Emma has a 15-8 record, 2.03 ERA, 151 strikeouts in 131 innings. Lots of strikeouts. I think she had 11 the last time these two teams faced, as that one is fouled for strike 2 on Katie. Eoff has a whip of 121, a little bit higher than Clara Newton's 109. If the Tigers want a shot in this game, they need to do what they did against Grinnell and take their walks, string together long at-bats. The Dutch have a little bit of a higher walk rate than the Tigers. That one misses outside, 1-2. State tournament starts on Monday in Fort Dodge. Tigers looking to continue their storybook postseason run. It was a phenomenal run rule victory last Thursday against Knoxville. Time called here by Katie. Good call. And the aforementioned great win against Grinnell in a Tiger tussle on Saturday night. Glad to see 24 of you here with us. Got started a little bit early. Kale Sleazer here with you on the microphone. So that one is lined, but foul down the left field line. We'll have another 1-2 should the inning continue. Clara Newton awaits on deck. Clara had a line drive home run over the left field fence in the sub-state semifinal and had the walk-off 3-run run rule victory home run in the opening round against Knoxville to help the Tigers win that one 11-2. Here's another 1-2. That's in the dirt, 2-2. Some team numbers for you. The Lady Dutch have had 6 players start every game. Tigers have only had 2. Lady Dutch have also had 8 players start 90% of games or more. Very close runs per game numbers. Gilbert's at 5.3. Pella's at 5.24. And it looks like that one was fouled. Gilbert with 2 triples on the year. Pella has 3. Pella has 21 home runs on the year. They're up and down. Team numbers are pretty good home run-wise. Gilbert has 14 home runs. 10 of those come from Clara Newton. Gilbert bats .323. Pella bats .293. Gilbert with a .386 on base. Pella with a .350 as that is nubbed on the ground toward the circle. And the Tigers go 1-2-3 in inning number 1. Lady Dutch will bat when we come back. And we're ready for the bottom of inning number 1. Emma Eoff will lead it off for the Lady Dutch. Eoff, as I mentioned, is Pella's Miss Do It All. We'll get her numbers pulled up here. As strike 1 is dealt from Clara Newton. Eoff batting .466, .526 on base, 12 home runs, 30 RBI, slugging over 900 at .903 and an OPS of .1429, and a nice frame by Olivia Lateral behind the dish. It's 0-2. There were only 5 hits in this first matchup combined, 3 from Gilbert, 2 from the Lady Dutch, and one of their hits was a home run from Eoff. That one smoked but foul of another 0-2. Meanwhile, Clara Newton's pitching numbers in the circle, 17-9, 2.43 ERA, 114 strikeouts in 170 innings, and a very impressive walks and hits per innings pitched, or whip, of 109. That one is smoked on the ground, foul. Want to give a big thank you to Athletic Director Matt Fouch and the rest of the Pella athletic staff. They have been extremely accommodating to us here on Tiger Broadcast the last 2 seasons. Between baseball and softball, they have always taken very, very good care of us and got us the best seat in the house tonight behind home plate. So that one misses high, 1-2. Also want to give a big heartfelt thank you to the Gilbert Athletic Booster Club for providing funding for all postseason streams and for giving you folks at home something to tune into. And my goodness, a lot of line drives down that left field line by Eoff. Props to Clara Newton for attacking a dangerous hitter. One, two, that one's crushed foul. Next offering. Swing! And in the dirt and tagged out by Olivia Lateral. And round 1 of Newton and Eoff goes to Newton. That's 1 away here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting center fielder Avery Parks.
And here comes Avery Parks. For the Lady Dutch, she lays down a bunt. That goes foul. Always appreciate my mom texting me saying that the stream sounds great. Thanks, Mom. Love you lots. Appreciate all of your support. Mom was a great softball coach in her day. I actually coached with her 1 year when my sister was a player. That was a fun summer. Here's the 0-1. A little bit high. 1-1. I know Gilbert Athletic Director Ian Smith is very excited today. I sent him the promo I made yesterday for this game. He was very excited, actually came over and just gave me a fist bump just there. That one's hit well into left center field. It's over the head of Zoe Jones, and it's going to be a 1-out double for Parks. Nothing that Newton hasn't got out of before, as Katie Shekel is due up next. Shekel, the number 2 batter, number-wise in this Lady Dutch lineup. .390 average, .410 on base, 5 home runs, and 30 RBI, and has started all 33 games. So glad to see viewers still pouring in. 44 of you here with us. Kale Sleazer on the mic. Where else would you rather be? That one misses up high for a ball. Sub-state final winner goes to state in Fort Dodge next week. Pella won a scrapper against Carlisle 1-0 on Saturday night while these Tigers were playing the Grinnell Tigers on the road. So that one is line, just foul. Count is 1-1. That one line just past Evie Christensen. Evie had the big spark that made the Tiger offense go. She had the RBI triple in the bottom or the top of the second inning in that game. And then Rain Danny had the big hit, the bases clearing double the following inning, as that one is smoked foul. Look out, Pella dugout. Counts 1-2. And home plate umpire just making sure that all the players are all the way in the dugout. Saw a leg peeking past that fence there. 1-2 runner on bag number 2. Offering from Clara. That one is hit well to left field. This ball is back. This ball is gone. It's a 2-run home run for Katie Shekel, and Pella's on top first with a 2-run home run. And that's why Shekel is the number 2 hitter, numbers-wise. Her 6th home run on the season. Now has 32 RBI. And the Tigers will have to fight back from behind for the foreseeable future. 2 extra base hits after the first batter and Emma Eoff was retired. So that's a called strike. We've already seen more runs scored in this matchup than the entire last matchup, and we're not even through the bottom of the first. 0-1. That one is lined into left and caught on a line. Sammy Johnson with a nice running catch. And it's an L7 for out number 2. Here comes Ella Heemstra, the first baseman.
Now batting first baseman Ella Heemstra.
Abigail Melvin awaits on deck should the inning continue. So that one misses just high for a ball. Coach Stacy Snezik was gracious enough to answer some interview questions before this matchup started. So that one misses down low, 2-0. We mentioned the question that I asked was who was the secret weapon in this matchup, and Coach Snezik said it was Zoe Jones because she was on a college visit this last matchup that these two teams faced off. So that one's in there for a strike. And what Coach Snezik remembers most about that first matchup back in June was, in all caps, the grind. Clara pitched a gem. Defense was flawless. Runners on in every inning except one, as that one misses low and inside, 3-1. Eoff sent the first pitch she saw out of the yard after striking out in her first at-bat. That home run was in the 3rd inning. And Gilbert did not pitch to her with runners on base for the rest of the night, as that one is flared and into the glove of Katie Snezik. But the Lady Dutch strike first on a 2-run line drive home run to left field by Katie Shekel. It'll be Newton Snezik Hart batting when we come back. Top of inning number 2 coming up. Clara Newton missed do it all. Will lead it off for the Tigers. I asked Coach Snezik, in all your time coaching the Tigers, where would you rank Clara Newton in the most talented players you've ever coached? And Coach Snezik said Clara's having the year that every player dreams of and is definitely in the conversation for one of the best players this school's ever had. That one is fouled back by Clara. Clara's offensive numbers straight out of a video game. I shouldn't even say that. I play a lot of MLB The Show in my spare time, and I can't even put up the following numbers. .464 average, .505 on base, 10 home runs, 35 RBI in just 33 games, .835 slugging, and a .1340 on base percentage. As that one is swung on and missed. Eoff took a little bit off that one. Clara was ahead of that one and over that one. As Lauren Sneezik awaits on deck in the 5-hole. I believe Eoff had 11 strikeouts in the first matchup between these two teams, and that is strikeout number 1 as Newton goes down swinging.
Strikeout for Eoff brings up number 17, Lauren Sneezik.
Great crowd on hand tonight, very vocal Pella crowd. Loaded outfield. Nice bleacher setup out there. It's 185 to the poles, 210 to dead center field. So that one misses low for a ball. We'll get Lauren's numbers here on the season. Batting .305, .380 on base, 15 RBI in 33 games. So that one just misses 2-0. That one is swung on and missed. Outer third of the zone that time. Make the count 2-1. Gilbert did so well in that Grinnell matchup because of the bottom of their order. It was the bases clearing double from Rain Danny that was the big blow, but the opening blow was the Evie Christensen RBI triple. As that's on the ground over to second, cleanly gloved. Underhand to first is routine. And 5 up, 5 down for the Tigers to start this sub-state final. So Lauren grounds out 4-3. And here's CC Hart with 2 away.
Batting number 28, CC Hart.
CC bats for the right fielder, London Hibbing. London's done a great job in right field during this playoff stretch. First one from Eoff. Nice frame, upper outside corner by Lucy Carlson. Tigers still looking for that first base runner of the evening. 7:14 p.m. local time here in Pella, Iowa. Great atmosphere for playoff softball. So that one's down low, 1-1. Rain Danny on deck should the inning continue. Tigers in an early hole. 2-run home run from the Dutch in the bottom of the first. So that one is lined. Base hit into right center field. This could be extras. They're going to try for it. Throw to second is in time. And cut down at second base is CC Hart trying to stretch a single into a double. But I don't mind the aggression there from the Tigers. So we go to the bottom of the second. Lady Dutch will bat when we come back. Bottom of inning number 2 for the Lady Dutch. Glad to see 58 of you here with us on Tiger Broadcast. Kale Sleazer here with you. Lady Dutch are up early. Want to give a thank you to Ashley Smith pointing out in the chat that The athletic directors of these schools are brothers-in-law. Matt Fouch of the Dutch and Ian Smith of our Gilbert Tigers. As that one is bunted foul right near my neighborhood and off the screen for strike one. I appreciate you folks putting messages in the live stream chat. I will say I do not check the YouTube tab on my computer super often, so if I'm a bit delayed responding to that, I apologize. I have the scoreboard tab and my box score tab open on my computer at most times. So that one is a strike 0-2 on Abigail Melvin, the second baseman. 0-2. That one is hit into center field and not quite corralled by Zoe Jones. It's going to be a leadoff double. It was a good effort from the senior. It just squibbed out of her glove at the last second. Almost made the catch. And 3 hits, all extra base hits so far for the Lady Dutch.
Now at the plate, number 1, Riley Parks.
And it's Riley Parks' turn. Third baseman bats in the 7th spot. Bunt shown, it's popped up and caught by Clara Newton. That'll work, it's a P1. Melvin stays at second base. Clara, an excellent defender in the circle. She's caught a few line drives these last couple of games. Right toward her. If any of you folks aren't aware, I'm primarily the broadcaster for Gilbert Tigers baseball. My cousin Blake Bell is the starting catcher. As bunt shown there, that one's popped up. That one's for lateral. So small ball not working in the Dutch's favor here. So that's 2 pop-outs in a row. It's Elizabeth Thomas's turn now.
Up for the Dutch left fielder, Elizabeth Thomas.
But as far as baseball and softball goes, on paper, yes, they are essentially the same game. But softball moves so much faster than baseball, as that one is fouled back for a strike. The base paths are shorter. It counts for more stealing. You have so much less margin for error as an infielder. If you bobble the ball, you have almost no chance of getting it to first. Whereas in baseball, you have a little bit of margin for error. There's just less time to do what you need to do, as that one is laced foul over to the left side. Gilbert will have Rain Danny, Evie Christensen, and Olivia Lateral due up. Danny and Christensen were the heart of the offense back on Saturday. Could use some more bottom-of-the-order magic for these Tigers to stay in this game. The difference in this game, in case any of you folks missed it, 2-run home run from Katie Shekels. That's a called strike. And strike 3 to end the inning. Tigers will bat in inning number 3 when we come back. Welcome back to Gilbert Tigers softball here on Tiger Broadcast. Cale Sleazer here with you. Glad to have 63 of you here with us in Pella. Little housekeeping note here. We don't have the best signal here in Pella, and our hotspot seems to be overheating a little bit quicker than usual tonight. We'll try and get it over in the shade here to cool it down a bit. So if we drop signal here and there, we do apologize, but that's just the conditions that we have to work with tonight. So that one misses outside for a ball. Danny, as I mentioned, had that bases clearing double to double her RBI output on the season. So that one is chopped foul. Count 1-1. We'll see if we can get Danny's numbers pulled up here on my game notes. Batting .233 with a .244 on base, 6 RBI. 3 of those were on Saturday. And has played in 26 games. Has stepped up big since Emma Lateral went down with that injury earlier this year, as that one misses down low, 2-1. Folks, this is only my 4th game broadcasting for the softball team this year, but I'm aware of the big impact that the Lateral sisters have had on this program and how hard it was for Emma to go down in the later half of the season, as that one is a strike. Count is 2-2. As Evie Christensen awaits on deck. Played phenomenal defense on Saturday and had that RBI triple to open up the Tigers scoring. Tigers don't need to get it back all at once. CC Hart got the first hit of the game off of Emma Eoff earlier, as that one is swung on and missed for strike 3. As Danny goes down, that's the second punch out for Eoff. So here's Evie with one away. First pitch. That one's in there for a strike. 2-0 our score. Katie Shekel had a 2-run home run right by that scoreboard you see in left field. Here's the L1 bunt shown. Tried to lay it down, but no dice for Christensen. Olivia Lateral waits on deck in the 9 spot. 0-2, 1 away. This game's going by very quickly. Started at 6:55, now 7:23. About an hour 20 drive from my residence in Ames, as that one is just fouled. I'd say it's about an hour and a half drive from Gilbert High School. Here's the wind and the 0-2. That one is flared, base hit into left field, and a 1-out knock for Christensen as her bat stays hot. Good 2-strike hitting there from Evie. And it's the second Tiger hit of the evening. And here comes Olivia.
Now at the plate, number 15, Olivia Lateral.
2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 1/3 innings pitched for Emma Eoff in the circle. First pitch. That one is chopped on the ground, gloved at third. Throw to first is in time. It does advance the runner to second. 5-3 ground out for Lateral. And we're back to the top of the order with Zoe Jones. I would imagine any base hit into the outfield, Coach Sneezik will be waving that round at third. Zoe had a 6-3 ground out last time. That one just misses for a ball. I believe the word that Coach Sneezik used was having our senior leadoff slapper. Yes, our leadoff slapper, Zoe Jones, back in the lineup. Will be a big boost in this matchup. Zoe on a college orientation in Mississippi last time these two teams faced off. And the runner might be caught. And she is. Straying off of second base too far was Evie Christensen, and an out on the bases ends the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third. Lady Dutch will bat when we return here in Pella. We'll come back a little early, folks. My mom is helping me keep up with the live stream chat here. Glad to have 77 of you here with us. And I imagine a member of Tommy McGuire's family from the baseball team left this comment. Still wishing you could have streamed last night. It was a bummer that we couldn't stream in Carlisle. I will say I'm very glad that we are in Pella tonight for this matchup, because if this was in Pella or in Carlisle, they would not have let us stream. They have very strict outside streaming restrictions. So I'm glad we're back on the microphone tonight. Baseball team had a great season. First year for Coach Jake Gall. In case any baseball fans are listening, I know I said it on the broadcast back on Saturday afternoon, but these last 2 years of my life, it's been very hard finding broadcasting jobs out beyond Central Iowa. And Gilbert has allowed me to spread my wings and keep my career alive. So from the bottom of my heart to all the Gilbert fans out there, thank you. That one is smoked to left, and this is a 3-0 ball game as Emma Eoff smokes a no-doubter. And Clara Newton's getting knocked around here in Pella. It's 3-0. Four hits, all extra base hits for the Dutch, and Emma Eoff wasting no time. And that will bring up Avery Parks. Parks had the double that scored on the home run from Katie Shekel on deck. And that one, big swing foul back to the fence. Clara's not afraid to attack that strike zone, but Pella, as they've shown, definitely not afraid to take big swings. 2 doubles, 2 home runs for the Lady Dutch. That one's fouled back to the screen. It's 0-2. Want to give another big thank you to the Pella Athletic Director, Matt Fouch, who, yes, is related to Gilbert Athletic Director Ian Smith, but regardless of relation or not, Mr. Fouch and his staff have been extremely accommodating to us here in Pella these last 2 years, as that one just misses up high, 1-2. We got a prime slice of real estate in the booth last year for a baseball matchup, and we are right behind home plate here for this softball sub-state final. And called strike 3 at the knees. That is out number 1 and strikeout number 3 for Clara Newton. So that's the first time Parks has been retired tonight, and here comes Shekel, who still has the biggest blow of this game. 2-run shot in the first. That was her 6th home run on the year. So that one's a big swing, popped up foul, 0-1. I'm an Iowa State graduate myself. In my opinion, everything is perfect about Iowa State except for the fact that they have not had a baseball team since some Title IX regulations. But the softball team has been very fun to watch, as that misses up high, 1-1. I make sure to go to the Cy-Hawk matchup in Ames every time it comes to town. And slamming Sammy Williams in the COVID era was very fun to keep tabs on. So that one misses high, 2-1. Michaela Ramos, a prolific catcher, graduated a couple of years ago from that Iowa State softball team. In case any of you folks live in the Ames or Gilbert area and need something to do in March, April, and May, so that one misses high. Softball games at Iowa State are free of charge. They are very fun to go to, great environment, great crowd interaction in those games. Here's the one and the 3-1 from Newton. That one's chopped foul. That'll load the count. Lucy Carlson on deck. She lined out to left her last time. It's been a beautiful week for baseball and softball. Definitely better than those monsoon rainstorms that we had a few weeks back, as that one's lined into left. This gets down for a base hit. It's the first non-extra base hit for the Dutch tonight. And a solid job by Carlson to work a deep count there and take a strike into left field. Hit number 5 for the Lady Dutch. And here's Carlson. Double play ball is in order for the Tigers. So that one's popped up foul. That'll go out of play. 3-0 our score in inning number 3. Tiger baseball team was down 6-0 at one point last night in Carlisle, but they fought back to a point in the 6th where the tying run was on second base, as that's a called strike. As I always like to say with the Gilbert baseball team, never, ever, ever count out the Gilbert Tigers. That holds true for baseball and softball. This softball team is very talented up and down the lineup as that misses high, 1-2. The obvious superstar for Gilbert, Clara Newton. Then great senior leadership from Zoe Jones and the Lateral sisters. Evie Christensen and Rain Danny have stepped up big this week. Sammy Johnson in left field's good leadership as that one is hit well to center field. It's playable and caught by Jones. And that is out number 2. That one was struck well by Carlson. She has 2 hearty lineouts to the outfield. And here is Ella Heemstra.
Now at the plate, number 11, Ella Heemstra.
Bunt being shown, now pulled back, and that one's a fly ball to the outfield. Jones will camp under this one for out number 3, but the Lady Dutch get insurance on the home run from Emma Eoff. First pitch laser to left field. Gilbert needs some offense when we come back in the top of the 4th here in Pella. Top of inning number 4, Tigers trail the Lady Dutch 3-0. It will be the top of the order, Jones, Johnson, and Katie Sneesick. Tigers have managed 2 base hits, but both runners have ended up out on the bases. CeCe Hart tried to extend a single into a double in the 2nd and was tagged out. And then Evie Christensen got caught in no man's land between 2nd and 3rd base and was thrown out at 2nd base trying to return safely to end Jones's at bat last time, so she gets new life here as she fouls this one back 0-1. See if we can get Zoe's numbers pulled up here on the game notes. 337 average, 389 on base, 13 RBI in 30 games for these Tigers. Eoff pitching very well in the circle so far. 3 shutout innings. Here's the 0-1. That one skips in the dirt, 1-1. I mentioned the outfield dimensions earlier. I'll mention them again. 185 to the poles and 210 to dead center field. The Dutch have liked that left field area by the scoreboard on the American flag. So that one misses up high. 2-1 on Jones. Glad to see 76 of you still here with us on Tiger Broadcast. Sub-State Final softball here in Pella. Where else would you rather be on a Tuesday night in July, as that one is chopped foul, 2-2. Packed house here in Pella. A lot of lawn chairs in the outfield. Couple of sets of bleachers in the outfield. They're mostly full. The home bleachers are very full. Lots of gracious Pella fans very close around me here in my seat as that's on the ground to shortstop. The throw to first is in time. to retire Zoe Jones. That's her second 6-3 ground out of the evening. And that'll bring up Sammy Johnson.
Now batting number 2, Sammy Johnson.
All runs in this game have scored via the long ball. 2-run home run from Katie Shekel in the first. Solo home run from Emma Eoff in the third. Bunt shown, it's laid down foul. Johnson was called out at the plate. Her last at-bat, I think she made double contact on a bunt. A 1-1, one away. One win away from a state appearance for these two teams as that bunt is laid down. Good spin on that ball, and safe at first is Sammy Johnson. Great physics on that ball. It had backspin and tucked right on that third base line about 2 feet in front of the plate. That was a thing of beauty.
Up to bat number 4, Katie Sneezek.
And Katie Sneezek has a chance with 1 on and 1 away. Third Tiger hit of the evening. And that one is line foul down the right field line, just past the first base coach. I want to give a shout out to Carmen Wilson, who's been great to work with in the booth in the 2 games that I've worked over at Gilbert. He asked me if I'd like to help out the 11U baseball team with player intros for their state run this weekend, as that one misses outside for a ball, and I said absolutely. I'll be making player intros for the Sliders tomorrow morning. I'm told they're very excited about that. I'm glad people out there enjoy my yapping over a sports broadcast. It's definitely a self-esteem booster. Here's the 1-1. That one is squibbed foul. I think that went right off of Katie. As Clara Newton awaits on deck. Big sequence here for the Tigers. Potential tying run with home run power is on deck in Clara. She's homered in both of these sub-state playoff games so far. 1-2. That one is on the ground to shortstop. Throw to second for 1 will get the lead runner by just a step. So it's a 6-4 fielder's choice on Katie Sneezek. And here comes Clara Newton.
Now batting number 32, Clara Newton.
Clara struck out her first time. And Lauren Sneezek awaits on deck. Should the inning continue. So that's on the ground to shortstop. Throw to first is in time. And it's a routine ground out for Newton. Tigers have failed to score in the first 4 innings. They'll look to hold the line in the bottom of the 4th when we come back. In case there are any Major League Baseball fans out there wanting to know about the All-Star game tonight in Atlanta. National League leads 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Ketel Marte had an RBI double to score Ronald Acuna Jr. and Shohei Ohtani. And according to my mom, we cracked 80 viewers, and on my end, we briefly had 82. Thank you, folks, so much for watching Gilbert Tigers baseball, or softball. Sorry, folks, force a habit here on Tiger Broadcast. I do that once a game during softball broadcasts. I call it baseball by mistake. This is only the what? As that's on the ground to shortstop. Throw to first is not in time. It's an infield single for Abigail Melvin, as Katie Sneezik was a step slow at shortstop. So that'll bring up Riley Parks. I believe, let's see if my mental math is correct. This is only that is bunted foul. I think this is only my 5th lifetime softball game I have broadcasted. I broadcasted one softball game with one of my first ever broadcast coworkers, Ian McKinney. Very fun guy to work with. Back in the 2021 season, my 2nd year behind the mic. And this is my 4th softball game this year for these Tigers. So that one misses for a ball. The small ball didn't work for the Lady Dutch the last time around. Both Riley Parks and Braylon Van Zanti on deck both popped out on bunt attempts. Here's a bunt foul. Glad to see my buddy Ben in the chat. Glad you could join us. 1-2. Leadoff runner on, infield single for Abigail Melvin. Dutch lead by 3. Clara Newton and the Tigers need to hold the line if they want a chance in this one. And that's a wild pitch that gets away. Runner advances to second.
Hey, you got this. You got this. Stay in the zone now. Here we go.
Count is now 2-2. Winner of this game advances to state. That starts on Monday in Fort Dodge. 2-2. And check swing just a little bit too far for a strikeout. And Parks is down for the 2nd time tonight. That's Clara's 4th strikeout.
Now at the plate, number 6, Braylon Van Zanti.
Braylon Van Zanti steps back in. She popped out to the catcher last time on the first pitch. I didn't even have time to read off her name last time. See if she shows bunt here. She does. It's laid down. Gloved at third. Throw to first is in time. Runner advances to third. Well done by the Tiger defense. That's what you do in that situation. Let Van Zanti do her job. On the sacrifice, I believe that was 5-3. Christensen charged in for that one. And it'll be up to Elizabeth Thomas in the 9 spot with 2 away. Big at-bat in this game. Three-run deficit is manageable. 4 runs is a bit harder. That eliminates the save situation should we get to that point. Count is 0-1. Not a lot of wind here in Pella, blowing out to left center field just a little bit. Cool breeze. That one's lined into left field for a base hit, and the Dutch get another. It's 4-0. That one just got over the head of Evie Christensen. And Elizabeth Thomas in the 9 spot gets an RBI single. That is already the 7th Pella hit. And the Tigers are really in trouble now. And an intentional walk to Eoff, not a surprise. I believe Coach Nizik said in our email interview that Eoff was walked after that home run back on June 10th. Yeah, Coach Nizik said we didn't pitch to Eoff with runners on base for the rest of the night after that home run that she hit in the 3rd and the 1-0 victory for the Lady Dutch in Gilbert earlier this year. So that brings up Avery Parks. And that's a called strike. It was the bottom of the order for the Tigers that got it done on Saturday. Danny and Christensen had a combined 4 RBI. So that one swung on and missed. High heat from Newton. And moments ago, it was Elizabeth Thomas in the 9 spot. The RBI single left field. Here's the wind in the 0-2. That misses up high. 1 and 2. Should the inning continue, Katie Shekel awaits in the on-deck area. She's 2 for 2 with that 2-run home run hit back in the first. That one's on the ground towards second base. Throw to first is in time, but the Dutch slowly adding on runs. They get one more here in the fourth. It's 4-0 after 4. Tigers need runs, and they need them fast. We'll be back in a moment. Top of inning number 5, Sub-State softball final. It's going to be Lauren Sneesick, Cece Hart, and Rain Danny. 5, 6, 7 for the Tigers. Kale Sleazer here with you on Tiger Broadcast. Tigers are down, but not out. Still have 9 outs to work with, only trailing by 4. Tigers baseball put up a 4 spot in the late innings last night, and their close loss to Carlisle. So that's a called strike. These Lady Dutch beat Carlisle softball team 1-0 on Saturday night. Oh, 1. And a called strike on the edge. Emma Eoff has pitched very well. 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, no runs through 4 innings. 0-2. And just fouled back by Lauren. Lauren grounded out to second last time in the direction of Abigail Melvin. 7:49 p.m. local time. This game is about 55 minutes old. Started at 6:55. So that one just misses 1 and 2. Wind and the 1-2. In the dirt. Good take from Lauren there. Eoff's trying to throw off these Tigers batters with her pacing a little bit. She's slowing down her timing a little bit here as this at-bat gets longer to Lauren Sneesick. Here's the 2-2. That one just missing. Ball 3 and a good deep count work here by Lauren. As I mentioned, Gilbert Tigers against the Grinnell Tigers on Saturday. Gilbert had success because of deep counts and a lot of well-earned walks early. Here's the 3-2. And up high for ball 4. Leadoff lady is on for Gilbert. That is the first non-intentional walk we have seen in this game on either side. And we'll see if Cece Hart has any lightning in that bat. She had that single in the bottom of the second, but tried to stretch it into a double and was thrown out. Tigers just need 1 run here to stay in this game. 2 would be great. So that one misses for a ball.
Come on now, fire it, fire it.
See if we can find CC's numbers here on the year. 279 average, 323 on base, a home run, and 13 RBI in 29 games. 1-0. That's a called strike. Good frame on the corner from the catcher, Lucy Carlson. She's done a solid job back there. I come from a family of catchers myself, as I mentioned. Blake Bell, the Tigers' starting catcher, is my cousin. My mom was a catcher. My sister was a catcher. By the end of my career, I was a catcher. So that one is swung on and missed in the dirt, 1-2. My little brother Taylor was a catcher by the end of his career as well. And my mother-in-law-to-be, Rose Anderson, caught in her playing days as well. Count is 1-2. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth. Lauren Sneezik on first. And that one is chased in the dirt by Hart for strike 3. Got a little over antsy there. And there's one away. Third strikeout for Eoff as Rain Danny will come in. Danny had that big bases clearing triple to put the Tigers out in front for pretty much the rest of the sub-state semifinal against Grinnell. That 3-run double made it 4-1 in the third inning. So that's a called strike on the outer edge. Danny struck out her first time. Trying to keep the line moving for Evie Christensen on deck. Christensen had a single in her last appearance. As that's chopped on the ground to first, throw to second for 1. And that'll get the lead runner. As it's a 1-6 fielder's choice. And Danny and Sneezik trade places at first.
Now batting third baseman, Evie Christensen.
So here's Evie with 2 away and a runner on. Emma Eoff has been hard to get to so far today. Only 3 Tiger hits to this point here in the fifth. And Eoff is really loving that outer edge these last few batters. She's painting the corners with strikes just like she did there. Glad to see 82 of you here with us on Tiger Broadcast. Kayla Sleazer here with you. Always a pleasure. Nowhere else I'd rather be than calling a ball game, especially for the Gilbert Tigers. So that one misses down low. 1-1. Dutch have scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. 2 home runs and an RBI single. That's how those runs came across. That one is flared into right. It'll get down for a base hit. That will keep the inning going for Olivia Lateral as she ditches the shin guards in the on-deck circle. And the Tigers have life here in the fifth. So Evie's seeing it well. She's 2 for 2 and has half of the Tiger hits tonight.
Number 15, Olivia Lateral.
Olivia grounded out to third her last time. This is a big at-bat here. Tigers could turn it around to the top of the order with Zoe Jones on deck. As that's on the ground to shortstop, over to third for out number 3, and the Tigers can't capitalize on the 2-out rally. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Dutch still lead 4-0 here in Pella. Not a lot going on in the professional sports world today. If there are any WNBA fans out there, the only 2 games going on today are Fever and the Connecticut team. I apologize, I don't know WNBA teams super well, but Indiana leads Connecticut 44-42 at halftime. That's a called strike. I'm not a Caitlin Clark fan myself, being an Iowa State fan, but I have to admit it's cool what she's done at the WNBA level. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal for Clark at halftime. Here's the 0-1. That one misses high, 1-1. It's still Newton in the circle. It's 3-4-5 for the Lady Dutch. Katie Shekel, Lucy Carlson, Ella Heemstra. Shekel's done the most damage tonight. 2-run home run in the first, and then a single her second time up. That one is lined, base hit into left. Shekel's 3 for 3. That is the 8th hit off of Clara Newton for the Lady Dutch tonight.
Single for Shekel brings up the catcher, Lucy Carlson.
Double play ball is in order for Gilbert. Lucy Carlson has hit the ball very well tonight, but it's been 2 lineouts to the outfield, 1 to left, 1 to center. Bunt shown. Pulled back, called strike, throw to second. Not in time. It's a stolen base. So Shekel swipes second to get into scoring position. Tigers are down to their final 6 outs, trailing by 4. Improbable but not impossible odds, but the Tigers need to hold it to 4. 0-1. That one just misses that lower outside corner, 1-1. Ella Heemstra awaits on deck. She's 0 for 2. Lady Dutch have scored in every inning except the second. That one is hit well to center but playable as Zoe Jones makes the catch and the runner stays put at second for out number 1. Another hard line out for Carlson. Hitting it well, but has just found Tiger leather in the grass.
Now at the plate, number 11, Ella Heemstra.
So here's the first baseman, Ella Heemstra. Tigers come into this matchup with an overall record of 18-15. Lady Dutch 21-12 as that's on the ground to the left side, gloved by Christensen. Throw to first. It goes out of the glove of Lauren Sneezik, and that is a bad mistake for the Tigers. It's an E3, and it's now 5-0. It was a bit of a strong throw from Christensen, a little bit high, but it went right out of the glove of Lauren Sneezik. It's an E3. So that one misses inside for a ball. One-0. That one is in the air to center. Camping under it, making the catch is Zoe Jones. And there's 2 away. First time that Abigail Melvin has been retired tonight on the L8. So that's a called strike. Meanwhile, Riley Parks is 0 for 2 with a pop out to Newton, and then a strikeout. 0-1. Bunt shown, pulled back, and a ball. 1-1.
Be tough now,
As far as the MLB All-Star game goes, National League leads 2-0. So that one's popped up and caught in foul territory by Evie Christensen, but it's been death by 1,000 cuts for the Dutch tonight. They get one more on an error as it's 5-0 after 5. Top of inning number 6, Sub-State softball final. Gilbert Tigers, Pella Lady Dutch, Kale Sleazer here with you. It's go time for the Tigers. They're down 5 with 6 outs left to work with. It's Zoe Jones, Sammy Johnson, Katie Sneesick at the top of the order. If the Tigers want a feasible chance, they need 2 to force the save situation in the 7th. And the defense needs to hold as well. Dutch have scored in every inning except the 2nd. They've scored 1 run in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and the 2-run home run in the 1st. As that one badly misses down low for a ball. Zoe's 0 for 2. She's grounded out to shortstop twice. Zoe's played solid defense in center. Missed a hard diving catch earlier, but other than that, it's gotten pretty good jumps to the softball. 1-0. That misses up high, 2-0. As I mentioned earlier, the Tigers baseball team was down 6-0 going into the 6th inning, and then the 6th inning they scored 4 runs. Perhaps softball has some similar magic. Here's the 2-0. Bunt shown. It's laid down. It's foul. Sammy Johnson hands the bat back to Zoe Jones. Sammy awaits on deck. She had a beautiful gyro ball bunt earlier. Had some backspin on it. It tucked right on that 3rd baseline about 2 feet in front of the plate. One of the most impressive bunts I've seen, honestly, in my 6 years behind the microphone. 2-1. And that's a called strike, 2-2. That one clipped to the lower outside corner. Emma Eoff has been fantastic for the Lady Dutch in the circle. 4 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and a goose egg on the scoreboard through the first 15 outs. 2-2. That one's popped up. Shallow left field. Catch is made for out number 1. That one's snagged by Elizabeth Thomas in shallow left field. So Sammy will get her 3rd turn. Tigers now down to their final 5 outs, trailing by just as many. Infield playing in here. That's a called strike, 0-1. As far as the Tigers' playoff run to this point, it was a 5-inning run rule victory over the Knoxville Panthers on Thursday, a score of 11-2. Then an impressive 9-3 victory over the Grinnell Tigers on Saturday in round 2, as that one is tapped foul. We'll have an 0-2 coming up. Johnson was called out her first time through. I believe it was double contact on a bunt attempt. It's been a relaxing breeze here in Pella tonight, blowing lightly toward left center field as that one skips in the dirt. 1-2. (8:05 p.m. local time. This game going by pretty quick. Only been about an hour, 10 minutes. Lots of young fans camped under the tall bleachers here as that swung on and missed for strike 3, and the Tigers are down to their final 4. Johnson's retired for the 2nd time tonight. 4th punch out for Eoff.
Strikeout for Eoff brings up number 4, Katie Sneesick.
So Katie Sneesick in the 3-hole gets a chance with 2 away, bases empty. So that one's line. Base hit into left field. That keeps the inning alive for Clara Newton. One swing in the bat can make it a save situation. That's the 5th Tiger hit of the night.
Be awake up there, be awake!
First pitch ambush from Katie. I was not expecting that.
Now batting number 32, Clara Newton.
Be smart, Dutch, be smart!
Tigers have had some 2-out lightning in those bats tonight. They just haven't managed to get anyone past second base. First one to Clara. Big swing and a miss. Eoff has taken advantage of Newton's aggressiveness so far. She's tailed a lot of pitches low and away. Newton's definitely been swinging for extra bases tonight. Good downward tilt on that pitch, though, from Eoff. Here's the 0-1, and another one. 0-2. Lauren Snezik on deck should the inning continue. She has the only true walk in this game. Emma Eoff in the circle was intentionally walked her last time. She would be due up third in the 7th inning for the Lady Dutch. 0-2 to Clara. And she chases strike 3 out of the zone and is retired on 3 pitches. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Dutch still lead 5-0. Bottom of inning number 6 about to get started. As it's 8-9-1 for the Lady Dutch. Braylon Van Zanti, Elizabeth Thomas, and the dangerous Emma Eoff. Newton still in the circle. First pitch. Big swing for a strike. Claire's done a lot of work in the circle for the Tigers this year. Coming into this game, 195 1/3 innings pitched. As a team, 170 of those innings belong to Clara. And a swing and a miss. 0-2. Some high heat there from Clara. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, a walk, 4 strikeouts, 5 runs, only 4 of them are earned. That run in the 5th was unearned after a fielding error from Lauren Snezik. And a swing and a miss. High heat for strike 3 from Clara. That's her 5th punch-out. Van Zanti is 0 for 3 on the night. And here's Elizabeth Thomas, who had the RBI single back in the 4th inning. First pitch to Thomas. That one's popped up on the infield. Danny makes the catch. And Newton's cruising here in the 6th. And we'll see if Eoff will even see a pitch here. Usually if the base is empty, Coach Snezik isn't afraid to pitch to her. And Eoff will be pitched to here. Strikeout, home run, intentional walk. That home run came in the 3rd. And that's on the ground to shortstop, cleanly gloved. Throw to first is too high. It's an E6. That one was definitely over the glove of Lauren Snezik, as Katie Snezik is tagged with the error. And coming in to run is going to be Haley DeVries. Here's Avery Parks, who's 1 for 3 with a double. Bunt shown, pulled back. There goes the runner. Throw to second. Not in time. Stolen base. Second steal of the night for the Lady Dutch. A 1. And, ooh, just missed the zone there, 1-on-1. It was close. Katie Shekel on deck should the inning continue. She's 3 for 3 with a 2-run home run. And that one misses 2-1. Glad to see 85 of you here with us. Kale Sleazer on the mic. Sub-State softball final. Winner goes to Fort Dodge on Monday. And that bunt attempt went a little too far that time, 2-2. Lady Dutch have scored in every inning except the second. 1 run in the third, fourth, and fifth. And the 2-run home run from Katie Shekel, who's on deck, came in that first inning. 2-2. Just up high, 3-2. Lots of shadows on the infield. Creeping across as it's 8:13 p.m. local time. As that is squibbed on the ground to shortstop. Throw to first is in time for the out. And the Tigers get out unscathed in the 6th. Turn around your rally caps, folks. I'm turning mine around here at the live stream table. Tigers need 5 to keep their season alive. We'll be back in a moment. It's do or die time for the Tigers, folks. They trail by 5 here in inning number 7. It's still Emma Eoff in the circle. She's been masterful. 5 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and 6 goose eggs for each inning that she has pitched. It's 5, 6, 7 for the Tigers. Lauren Sneezik, Cece Hart, Rain Danny. Lauren's reached base on a walk. Only true walk of this game. The other walk was intentional to Emma Eoff in her 3rd at-bat. So that one misses 1-0. Have to give credit to the Lady Dutch. They have been very sharp all across the board tonight. 2 home runs. Some small ball has worked. Played solid defense as well, led by Emma Eoff. And that's a strike on the outer edge. Here's the wind and the 1-1. That's fouled out of the glove of Lucy Carlson for out number 2. Carlson's been solid behind the plate as well for the Lady Dutch. CC Hart awaits on deck. She's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. And the 1-2. That one just misses. Great take from Sneezik. That really had the bottom fall out of it there from Eoff. The wind and the 2-2. That's swung on and missed for strike 3, and the Tigers are down to their final 2 outs. 6th strikeout of the evening for Eoff.
Strikeout for Eoff brings up number 28, CC Hart.
Tigers have 5 hits on the night. One of them is from Hart. If the Tigers can keep it rolling to Evie Christensen, that would be good. Evie's 2 for 2. She's 2 spots behind Cece. And that one swung on and missed for a strike. Eoff is like to go outside with a bit of an off-speed pitch, if you will. Really tied up Clara Newton earlier, and it tied up Cece Hart on that first pitch. 0-1. And another diver for strike 2. Hart stands back in after she takes a moment to reset. Wind and the 0-2. That's tapped foul. Good spoil by CC to stay alive. CC, the designated player for London Hibbing in right field. I don't think there's been a fly out to right field tonight off the Lady Dutch bats, if my scorecard is correct. Here's the 0-2. That's chopped on the ground to third. Slow roller, throw to first. In time for the out. And the final out of the Tiger season rests on the shoulders of Rain Danny. It was very close. It was a strong throw from Riley Parks at third. And an infield huddle here. Interesting time for that in a 5-run game with the Tigers down to their final out of the season. And I suppose the Dutch coaching staff just wants their ducks in a row with their state tournament hopes just 1 out away. And the meeting will disperse. And here's Rain Danny. Danny is struck out and grounded into a 1-6 fielder's choice. Glad to see 85 of you still here with us. Kale Sleezer on the mic. It's been a well-played game by the Lady Dutch. It's that one. Ooh, just misses the lower outside corner for ball 1. Here's the wind and the 1-0. That one's chopped on the ground. It's bobbled at the mound. Throw to first will be in time. And the Dutch win this game and advance to state, and that ends the Tiger season. Our final score, Dutch 5, Tigers nothing. It was all Dutch from the bottom of the first. Katie Shekel started the fireworks with a 2-run home run. And then it was Emma Eoff with the home run in the 3rd inning to put Pella up 3-0. And they never looked back. Complete game shutout for Emma Eoff. And it was a great season from the Gilbert Tigers, make no mistake. It was a phenomenal win on Saturday night against the Grinnell Tigers, a 9-3 victory for Gilbert, but their season comes to an end tonight here in Pella. Folks, thank you for welcoming me behind the mic. I know this is only my 4th softball game this season for these Tigers, but I greatly appreciate Athletic Director Ian Smith calling me up on a middle afternoon DoorDash day. I DoorDash in my main job. He called me up in the middle of my shift before the Ames game in early July, and he said, hey, you want to do a game before you do the playoff game that we've already agreed that you'll do? And I said yes, and that was a close 1-0 loss for the Tigers. This team has been very fun to watch, a very bright future ahead for these young ladies, especially for Clara Newton. She is going to make a college softball team very happy one day. And a big congratulations to the Lady Dutch for winning a very well-played game as they will go to Fort Dodge on Monday. And that will end this broadcast. I'm glad I can make you folks feel like that you're here behind home plate with me. Thank you, Ashley Smith, for that heartfelt comment. And thank you to all you Gilbert fans out there for making my job fun. This is my fun job. I DoorDash to pay the bills, but this is my fun job. It's been great calling baseball for the last 2 summers. It's been great calling softball for these last 3 weeks. I need to get behind the softball microphone more in my career. Softball is so fun to call. It's so much faster paced than baseball. So much more cerebral than baseball, which is already a cerebral game. But thank you, folks, for tuning in tonight. And I look forward to basketball season with the boys and girls. I'll be in the building in some capacity helping out with those sporting events. But until we meet again, folks, my name is Cale Sleazer. Thank you for joining me here for some well-played softball here on Tiger Broadcast tonight. Stay safe out there and have a good Tuesday night. And as always, go Tigers.